All right, I want you to imagine something for a second. Imagine you're standing at the starting line of a race, and you're about to run the race of your life. But here's the thing. You're not just racing against the clock. You're racing against everyone else in the world. And there are only two outcomes. You're either going to be in that 2% who succeed, or you're going to be in the 98% who don't. Now, I don't know about you, but I know which side I want to be on. I know I want to be in that 2%. And I believe you do too. But here's the question. Why is it that only 2% of people actually make it? Why is it that 98% of people fall short of their dreams? What makes the difference? Well, I'm going to tell you. Let me tell you something about the 2% who succeed. They've got a different mindset. It's not about talent, luck, or connections. It's all about how they think. When the 2% wake up in the morning, they know they're in charge. They've made a choice to be in the game. They don't wait for opportunities to come knocking. They go after them. They're not waiting for the perfect moment. No, they create that moment. The 98%, they're sitting back, waiting for something to happen. They're waiting for the stars to align. They're waiting for the right people to show up, and they're waiting for some kind of sign from the universe. But the 2% understand one thing above all. Nothing happens if you don't make it happen. They've got a mindset that's built on action, resilience, and unwavering belief. The 98% never make it. They let fear, doubt, and indecision paralyze them. The 2% don't waste time. They don't let self-doubt take over. They know the only way to win is to show up day in, day out, no matter what. The next thing that separates the 2% from the 98% is their relationship with failure. The 2% understand that failure isn't something to be avoided, it's part of the process. They know failure is a teacher, a lesson that takes them one step closer to success. When they fail, they don't quit. They don't run away. They don't let it stop them from trying again. They get back up, dust themselves off, and go at it harder the next time. But the 98%, they're terrified of failure. They believe that failure is a reflection of their worth, their value, or their ability to succeed. They let one setback stop them cold in their tracks. They take it personally, and that fear of failure holds them back from ever trying again. They tell themselves, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I don't have what it takes. The 98% quit before they even get started. But here's the truth. The only way to succeed is to fail your way to success. Every failure is a lesson. The 2% are never afraid to fall down because they know they'll get back up and keep moving forward. Here's a secret about success that the 2% understand. It's not just about working hard. It's about working harder than everyone else. It's about being willing to do what others won't do and sacrificing what others are unwilling to sacrifice. The 2% don't mind putting in the long hours. They don't mind doing the things that others think are too much work. They're not looking for shortcuts, and they're not waiting for someone to hand them success on a silver platter. But the 98%, they want everything to be easy. They want the shortcut. They want the fast track. They're looking for the easy way out. And when the going gets tough, when the work gets hard, they back off. They say, this is too much. They want success, but they're not willing to put in the grind it takes to get there. The 2% are built different. They don't stop when they're tired. They stop when they're done. Another huge difference between the 2% and the 98% is that the 2% are comfortable with being uncomfortable. They know that growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. It happens when you push yourself beyond your limits. The 2% take risks. They take chances. They're not afraid of stepping into the unknown because they know that's where growth happens. The 98%, they like their comfort, they like their routines, they're afraid of change, of stepping out of what's familiar. They stay in the same job, in the same relationship, in the same routine because it's easy, it feels safe. But let me tell you something, if you're looking for safety, you're never going to find greatness. If you want to be successful, if you want to be in that 2%, you've got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. You've got to take risks. You've got to challenge yourself. The 2% understand that they can't grow without discomfort. Now here's something that the 2% have that the 98% don't. Discipline. The 2% know that success is not about being motivated all the time. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes. It's the discipline to keep going when motivation fades that separates the winners from the losers. The 2% make a plan, stick to it, and show up every single day, whether they feel like it or not. The 98% are the opposite. They rely on motivation, and when they don't feel motivated, they stop. They wait for the perfect moment. They wait for the stars to align. But let me tell you, there's no such thing as a perfect moment. Success is about showing up when no one else will. It's about staying disciplined when it's hard. The 2% don't let distractions, temptations, or laziness derail them. They make it happen no matter what. Another huge difference between the 2% and the 98% is that the 2% understand that growth is the goal, not perfection. The 98% are too focused on getting everything perfect. They think that success means doing everything right all the time. But the 2% know that it's about progress, not perfection. They're constantly learning, adapting, and improving. They're focused on growing every day, even if that growth is small. The 98% are stuck in analysis paralysis. They're waiting for everything to be just right before they take action. But guess what? The world doesn't care about your excuses. The world doesn't care about your fears. The 2% aren't trying to be perfect. They're just trying to be better than they were yesterday. And that's why they succeed. Finally, the 2% have one thing that the 98% often lack: belief. The 2% believe in themselves even when others don't. They have a confidence in their abilities that can't be shaken by failure, rejection, or criticism. They know that if they stay the course, if they keep working, if they keep believing, eventually they will get to where they want to be. In 98%, they let the opinions of others sway them. They let failure define them. They let self-doubt creep in and tell them they're not enough. But the 2% never let that voice win. They believe in themselves even when no one else does. They know that success starts with self-belief. You've got to believe that you can do it even when it looks impossible. The 2% are committed and determined. They understand that success requires hard work and perseverance. They are willing to put in the long hours, make sacrifices, and push through obstacles. The 98% often give up at the first sign of difficulty. They lack the resilience and determination to stay the course. Lastly, the 2% are driven by a sense of purpose and passion. They are passionate about what they do and have a strong sense of purpose that fuels their motivation. The 98% often lack this sense of purpose. They go through the motions without a deeper connection to their goals. So there you have it. Success isn't about being born with special talents or getting lucky. It's about mindset, habits, and relentless action. If you want to be part of that 2%, start by adopting these principles and watch how your life transforms. You've got what it takes. The 2% are committed and determined. They understand that success requires hard work and perseverance. They are willing to put in the long hours, make sacrifices, and push through obstacles. The 98% often give up at the first sign of difficulty. They lack the resilience and determination to stay the course. You've heard it before, and you'll hear it again. Consistency is key. The 2% know this. They show up every single day, whether they feel like it or not. They don't quit when things get tough. They don't quit when things don't go their way. They keep going. The 98% start out strong. They're all fired up for the first week, the first month, maybe even the first year. But when the excitement fades, when the results don't come immediately, they quit. They give up. And that's why they never make it. Let me tell you something: success doesn't come in a sprint. It's a marathon. It's about showing up every single day. It's about doing the hard work even when you don't see the results right away. It's about making progress no matter how small. The 2% are consistent in their effort, and that's why they succeed. They know that even if they don't get it right every time, they'll get it right eventually because they never stop trying. Time is the most precious thing you have. The 2% use their time wisely. They don't waste it on distractions or procrastination. They understand that success comes from investing time in things that matter. The 98% waste their time waiting for things to magically happen. Hard work is non-negotiable for the 2%. They get up early, stay up late, and give 100% every day. The 98% work just enough to get by. They stop when it gets tough. The 2% push through the tough times because they know that every bit of effort they put in brings them closer to their goal. The 2% fail, and they fail often, but they don't let it stop them. They learn from failure, get up, and try again. The 98% are terrified of failure. They see it as a sign that they're not good enough. But failure is just a lesson. It's feedback, not the end. The 2% use it as fuel to go harder. This might be the most important part of all. The 2% believe in themselves. They don't listen to the negativity around them. They don't care if others tell them they're crazy. They believe in their vision, their work, and their abilities. The 98% don't believe in themselves, and that's why they never take action. The 2% understand that they don't know everything. They are not afraid to ask for help. They surround themselves with people who have been where they want to go and are willing to learn from them. The 98% think they can do it alone, and that's why they struggle. The 2% have a clear vision. They know exactly what they want and why they want it. They see their success long before they achieve it. The 98% don't have a clear vision. They drift from day to day without a real goal in mind. Without a vision, you have no direction, and you'll never reach your destination. The 2% are strategic about who they spend their time with. They surround themselves with people who are on the same path, who are successful and motivated. The 98% hang out with people who drain their energy, who are content with mediocrity. You become like the people you spend the most time with. Let's talk about failure. The 98% are terrified of it. They see failure as a sign they're not good enough, as a reason to give up. The 2% don't see failure the same way. They see failure as a lesson, not a setback. The 2% fail and get back up. They fail again and learn from their mistakes. They don't quit because of failure. They get better because of it. If you're not failing, you're not growing. The 2% have a clear vision. They know what they want and why they want it. They see their success long before they achieve it. The 98% wander around without a clear goal. They don't know where they're going, and so they get lost. You need a vision, a strong, clear vision of where you want to go. Without it, you'll be like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly. If you want success, you need to know where you're going and why it matters to you. The 2% understand that success is a marathon, not a sprint. They don't give up after the first failure or even the 10th. They keep going. The 98% quit too soon. They give up when things get tough. The 2% keep their eyes on the prize, no matter how long it takes. They know that the only way to lose is to quit. Persistence is the key to success. The 2% surround themselves with winners. They get around people who inspire them, who challenge them, and who push them to be better. The 98% surround themselves with people who complain, who make excuses, and who hold them back. You can't expect to succeed if you're always surrounded by negativity. Find people who elevate you, not drag you down. The 2% are always learning. They read books, attend seminars, and seek out new knowledge. They understand that if they want to stay ahead, they must constantly grow. The 98% stop learning once they get comfortable. They think they know enough, and that's when they start to fall behind. If you're not learning, you're not growing. Always be learning. The 2% understand that success doesn't come instantly. They are willing to put in the hard work now and reap the rewards later. The 98% want everything now. They seek instant gratification. But true success requires patience and sacrifice. If you can't delay your gratification, you're not going to get far. Gratitude plays a significant role in success. The 2% practice gratitude regularly, which helps them stay positive and motivated. They appreciate what they have and focus on their blessings. The majority often focus on what they lack, which can lead to negativity and dissatisfaction. The 2% leverage technology to their advantage. They use tools and resources to enhance their productivity and efficiency. They stay updated with the latest tech trends and incorporate them into their work. The majority often lag behind in adopting new technologies, which can put them at a disadvantage. The 2% are always learning. They read books, attend seminars, and seek out new knowledge. They understand that if they want to stay ahead, they must constantly grow. The 98% stop learning once they get comfortable. They think they know enough, and that's when they start to fall behind. If you're not learning, you're not growing. Always be learning. The 2% understand that time is the most precious resource they have. They don't waste it. They invest it. The 98% waste time on things that don't matter, on distractions, on procrastination. The 2% prioritize what matters. They know that every day is an opportunity to get closer to their goals, and they make the most of it. Are you making the most of your time? Life isn't about waiting for opportunities to fall into your lap. It's about creating those opportunities. Every day we are given a blank canvas, a new chance to shape our future. But the question is, will you take the brush and paint boldly, or will you let fear hold you back? You are capable of so much more than you realize. The road to success is rarely straight. It's filled with obstacles, setbacks, and moments when you may feel like giving up. But those moments, they're not meant to break you, they're meant to shape you. Understand this, growth happens when you push past the boundaries of your comfort zone. When you feel the weight of doubt, that's the signal that you're on the edge of a breakthrough. Don't back down when it gets hard. Lean into the challenge, because that's where the magic happens. The truth is, you already have everything you need to succeed inside of you. The fire, the drive, the resilience, they're all a part of who you are. All you need to do is tap into them and believe that you are worthy of achieving greatness. The only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. So don't let fear define you. Let passion drive you. Let persistence guide you. And remember, success isn't a destination, it's a journey. Every small step forward, every action you take, every time you rise after a fall, that's what matters. Keep going. You are capable. You are powerful. And you are enough. Your dreams are within reach, and it's time to make them a reality. Success is not about one big breakthrough. It's about the small daily actions that compound over time. Discuss how the 2% practice discipline and form habits that align with their long-term goals, while the 98% often succumb to distractions, lack of consistency, or procrastination. The 2% understand the importance of delaying gratification for long-term success. They are willing to sacrifice immediate pleasures for future rewards. Successful people are masters of time management. They prioritize and manage their time effectively, avoiding distractions and focusing on what truly matters. Taking calculated risks is often the key to success. Explain how staying in the comfort zone often results in missed opportunities and stagnation. The 2% learn to take risks and use failure as a stepping stone. They understand that true growth happens when they push beyond their limits. The 2% understand that there are no shortcuts. Success requires a long-term vision and the patience to stick with it. Explain how quick results are an illusion, e.g. reality TV stars or viral social media influencers, and how real, lasting success takes time, dedication, and consistent effort. Illustrate how successful people are driven by a long-term vision, which keeps them focused and motivated through tough times. Successful people never stop learning. They are always seeking to expand their knowledge and skills. Share examples of successful people who read books, attend seminars, and surround themselves with mentors. Failure is not something to avoid, it's a critical part of success. The 2% embrace failure as feedback. Invite the audience to make a commitment today to change one aspect of their lives that will set them on the path to success. It could be adopting a growth mindset, building better habits, taking a calculated risk, or committing to learning. Let's start with mindset, because this is where everything begins. The 2% who succeed share a core characteristic. They all have what we call a growth mindset. This term was popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck. People with a growth mindset believe that abilities, intelligence, and talents can be developed over time through hard work, learning, and perseverance. On the other hand, the 98% often operate from a fixed mindset. This is the belief that their abilities are innate and unchangeable. They see challenges as threats, failure as something to be avoided, and they are afraid of making mistakes. So instead of embracing growth, they settle into their comfort zones, avoiding risks and opportunities to expand their horizons. The truth is, a growth mindset is the foundation of success. Without it, you will limit yourself and be confined by the invisible walls of self-doubt. You'll hesitate to take the necessary steps to grow. You won't see failure as a lesson, but as a reason to give up. The 2% embrace challenges as part of the process. They don't fear failure, they learn from it. They don't see rejection as an end, but as a stepping stone to greater things. Their mindset is their superpower. Another characteristic that the 2% possess is patience. And patience, in this context, doesn't mean waiting around passively. It means having the wisdom and maturity to understand that real lasting success takes time. In today's world, where we're surrounded by instant gratification, whether it's social media likes, fast food, or streaming services, is to get caught up in the belief that success should happen quickly. But the truth is, real success, the kind that is meaningful and sustainable, takes years to build. Think about the story of Amazon. Jeff Bezos started Amazon in his garage. It wasn't profitable. For a long time, it seemed like a risky venture. But Bezos had a long-term vision, and he was patient enough to see it through, to continue reinvesting and innovating. Now, Amazon is one of the most successful companies in the world. The 98% are often impatient. They want instant results, and when they don't get them, they give up. They don't understand that building something truly remarkable requires time, effort, and persistence. Success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. The 2% know this, and they invest their time and energy into the long-term vision. They work every day slowly and steadily, inching closer to their goals, knowing that in the end, their patience will pay off. So why do 2% succeed and 98% don't? The answer lies in mindset, discipline, persistence, fearlessness, patience, the right influences, and most importantly, action. The difference between success and failure is not about what you have, it's about what you're willing to do with what you have. It's about your commitment to growth, your ability to persevere, and your willingness to take risks, even when the odds are against you. Success is not reserved for a select few. It's available to anyone who is willing to put in the work, face the challenges, and keep pushing forward. Today, I challenge you to join the 2%. I challenge you to embrace the mindset, the habits, and the actions that will lead you to success. You don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take action now. Make that decision today to step into your greatness. Because when all is said and done, the only thing standing between you and success is the willingness to take that first step. So take it. Thank you